So how much do you spend on a child's education?
My son, he goes to an IB school and we spend something around 7 to 8 lakhs per annum.
It's like if you had to buy a sedan every year, like something like that.
How much are you spending on your child's extracurricular activities per month?
Maybe about 10 to 15,000.
We spend maybe 35 to 40,000 rupees a month on her extracurricular classes.
I'd say about 50 to 60k per month.
How much did you spend when you were in your school?
My parents used to pay somewhere around 12,000 per annum. So if you see that way, 12,000 has now become 12 lakhs. So yeah, 100 times.
I remember my school fees, including bus fees, used to be 200 rupees per month. And just to give you another context, I'm planning to send my daughter to an IB school next year. Then the cost might come to 25 lakhs rupees per annum.
My God, 25 lakhs per annum. Hi, we're shooting a fun video with parents. Would you want to volunteer? We're asking them questions on kids' education and all. Sure. Perfect.
Yes, please come in.
Yep. This is a lovely house, by the way.
Thank you.
So, what's your name?
Anusha.
My name is Ashish.
Trish Lalunawat.
Jay Shroff.
Hi, I'm Gajendra Kothari.
Hi, I'm Akshita Nigam.
And what do you do?
I work in financial services.
I study in 5th grade at Dhirubhai Ambani International School.
So I am basically a home chef and I help my husband in his business, diamond jewelry manufacturing.
I run a startup called Jack in the Box.
Many things, yeah. But I'm a ex-banker and now I'm in the fashion and apparel space.
And I'm a financial advisor.
I'm a marketing consultant and an entrepreneur.
Do you think that all the investment that we're doing in like kids' education and all, is that justified, and where do you see this going forward?
So, we are in a high inflation country. So the cost of everything goes up every year. So it's but natural that the cost of education also goes up accordingly. And it's very competitive out there. We are 1.5 billion people. How do you differentiate one from the other? So education plays a big role in that. I strongly believe a good education lays the foundation for a successful life ahead.
What does Jack in the Box do?
So we make educational creative toys for kids.
Wow, that sounds like a fascinating idea. Okay. And is there a company? Like, what do you guys do exactly?
Yeah, so we are into diamond jewelry, real diamond jewelry manufacturing, and we have our own factory in Zaveri, yes.
That's lovely. What is your startup about?
So we're in the business of making people look amazing. And not only from a mindset perspective, but the way they look. And that's what we do.
What exactly do you advise on?
Basically, I make people's money work harder for them.
That's lovely. So how much do you spend on a child's education?
So I think in general, education today costs anywhere between 4 to 12 lakhs, depending on the grade the child is studying in. So I think higher grades, it's more like 12 to 15 lakhs also. But I think primary, middle school is about anywhere between 5 to 7 lakhs per annum.
So my son, he goes to an IB school and we spend something around 7 to 8 lakhs per annum just for his education. And then there is all the extracurricular, which is again an add-on.
How much do I spend now, like a year?
Yeah.
Per year?
Yeah.
It's like as though you're buying a car like every single year. Like if you had to buy a sedan every year, like something like that.
So right now I have 2 children. So for each child I'm spending 3 lakhs per annum right now, only on school and bus fees. Rest ancillaries, there are a lot of expenditure, but 3 lakh minimum per child per annum.
Okay, and where are they going to which school?
They're going to GD Somani School at Cuff Parade, and it's an ICC board. And just to give you another context, I'm planning to send my daughter to an IB school next year, where it's a residential school and the cost might come to 25 lakhs rupees per annum.
My God, 25 lakhs per annum.
Yeah, because it's a boarding school and it's international curriculum, but it's humongous price from 3 lakh to 25 lakh.
How much did you spend when you were a child in your education?
So if I have to say till +2, that is how it was for us. And college, then I think something around 2.5 lakh completely till I completed my BCom. And hardly I think another 2.5 for my PG. Yeah.
And this was which year?
Around 2003. Yes.
I spent, I remember during my 8th or 9th, my fees were 4,500 rupees. So per annum.
I would say that in all my 12 years of education till basically nursery till 12th or till 10th, I spend less than what I would spend 1 year right now for my child.
My fees, when I was young, I remember my school fees, including bus fees, used to be 200 rupees per month. I studied in Don Bosco School in Assam, and I had a decent education. But look at the, inflation, so it's crazy.
And when did you study? Which year?
So I was between 1986 to 96. From 1996, I did my 10th. So yeah, it's ages now.
Yeah.
That was many years ago, but I think my parents used to pay somewhere around 1,000 rupees per month, so about 12,000 per annum. So if you see that way, 12,000 has now become 12 lakhs. So yeah, 100 times.
Right. And this was how long back?
About 35 years back. And I think even in those days, it was on the steeper side. Schools that time used to otherwise cost 300-400 rupees per month. So yeah.
And how much are you spending on your child's extracurricular activities per month?
So my son does a few coding classes, etc. So maybe about 10 to 15,000. But I know a lot of my other friends whose children play sports, etc. I think parents pay anywhere between maybe 15 to 30,000 per month.
Yeah, so the childs are very engaged now, and the opportunities are a lot for them to do a lot of other extracurriculars outside of school. But that could also go 30,000 a month, and then it goes up as well.
And on what kind of activities?
So a range of things, yeah, from music, singing to sport activities, football, music, piano classes. Eventually there'll be chess. So there's a big spectrum of this.
Perfect.
It doesn't end. So it's how much ever you want to do, but you don't want to overstimulate the child also, because then they start getting bored at school.
So if you go, with sports, then there is academies. So they are something around 75 to 80k per annum again. Per entire year. And then again you have if he wants to do an indoor game like say chess, then there is chess. If music, then there are academies for music as well. So everything. So if you have to go per session or per class per hour, all of these are charged. So it is something around 1,000 to 1,500 per session. So around 4 sessions a month, depending on that. Yes.
Got it.
I'd say about 50 to 60k per month.
Yeah, she does a bunch of classes. So we spend maybe 35 to 40,000 rupees a month on her extracurricular classes.
And what kind of extracurricular activities are these?
It's a mix. Sports, so she does swimming, there's music, there's dance, so it's a mix.
So return, I'm not too sure but inflation, I can tell you it's more than 10-15% if you do calculation from 200 to 3 lakh right now. And if you compare 200 to 25 lakh rupees, you can't even compare then, right? There's no figure. But I believe the best investment, as Benjamin Franklin said, an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. So at least you're doing with the hope that it will give you huge returns. Of course, only time will tell, The only one thing which I have a challenge is in our times, of course, education was average and everything, but you have to struggle for everything. The challenge with today's kids is that we are giving everything on the platter. Best education, best everything, but they are not seeing an environment which is struggle. So I don't know how they face in the real environment. That is a thing which we have to watch out. At least you are trying from your end to prepare them for the best.
Right.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Yes.
Thanks, Kushal.
What you sow is what you get, right? So really, I think these are absolutely. These are the foundational years, and I would cut on other costs, but I will never cut on education, and I'll never cut on things that she wants to learn, if at all. Even if remotely, if she comes and says I want to do it, I would invest in it. I think that's you get the return over time. You may not see it instantly in year 1, year 2, but you do see it over the next few years. So I think, for me, I would never have a second thought when it comes to paying for her classes or education.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Thanks. And what do you think is the return of all these investment in children's education?
That's tough to kind of quantify, but we are hoping that she'll develop in her personality and her character by doing all of these activities. So that's we don't have a numeric return on investment on that sort.
Got it. Cool. Thank you so much. Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks. Thanks. Perfect. Thank you so much. Thanks.
I think you should jump in the pool now. Sure. Maybe I need to pull you in.
I'm good.
Pull you in.